up, y'all? It's your girl, I Love Y'all, and I'm here with the one and only Mr. Verbal Kint. Now, before I even get into it, I saw on one of your other interviews you were explaining the reason behind your name, and you said that you got it from the movie Unusual Suspects. Never watched the movie, however, when I googled it, it said that he was a ruthless crime lord. So why did you choose that name?
It's because really, he has two personalities. Right, there's Verbal Kint and there's Kaiser Soze.
Okay.
So Verbal Kint is the man on the ground that does everything.
Okay.
And Kaiser Soze is this alter ego that everybody in the movie is looking for, but nobody knows who Kaiser Soze is. It's a myth.
Oh.
But he's the real big boss behind everything.
Oh, that's crazy.
So I feel like I have two different personalities. Like one, I'm in the field, and the other, I'm connecting everything apart, like from outside the scenes.
Okay. That's fine. So obviously the movie had a large impact on your life. It was based out of New York. You from Flatbush. So how did the movie impact your name? Like, why did, out of everything that you could have chose, you said, okay, so you had split personalities, but that's just weird. Like,
yeah.
How did it stick? Let's say that.
It stuck because I used to be Tolerance, right? But it wasn't spelled like Tolerance. It's spelled Tolerence. But the name Verbal stuck with me because when I was in school, no matter what school I went to, whether it was Smithfield, Marietta, Cedar Grove, it didn't matter. All my teachers like, yo, you talk too much. Like, stop talking. Like, why can't you stop talking?
Because I'm verbal.
Yeah, I'm
like,
verbal.
Alright, so you were born in Brooklyn, Flatbush. You raised there until 7th grade, then you moved to Cobb County. So pretty much in reference to your song, I Am, you have references to Georgia and to Brooklyn. So were you rapping before you moved here?
Yeah, well, I was, but not really. For like, I was like, damn, I could do this maybe, because I had seen my friends do it, but I didn't really start rapping for real until Odd Future came out, and there was this rapper in Odd Future named Earl Sweatshirt, and Earl was like around our age. He's a little older than us, but he was like around our age. He was young as fuck. I was like, damn, he's so young and he got bars. Yeah. So ever since then, I was like, all right, I can rap. I can do it. This nigga can do it.
Look, if he can do it, I can do anything. What are you talking about? So what state influences your music more, Georgia or New York?
That's hard to say, because I'm not gonna lie, Thug, he's influencing the world.
No, for real.
Migos too, but like Thug,
Thug's the one.
He brought in niggas that sounded like him to stabilize his sound for years to come, and it was the smartest thing. But I love New York, but I would say more Atlanta, just because I have family everywhere, but just because when I come to the city in Atlanta, it's like, it feels like hip hop. Like, it feels like the culture and everything, it just feels like hip hop.
I like that. Answer. Okay, so let's move on to the music. You dropped your first full tape album, 9 tracks. How the hell do you pronounce the name? Because you had me Googling for a long time.
The Zahavian Signal.
Zahavian Signal. What the fuck does that mean?
Alright, now this is where I got the name from.
Okay.
One of my favorite podcasts. It's called JRE, the Joe Rogan podcast. And on that podcast, he has somebody, I can't remember his name, but he's like a doctor or a philosopher. And he explained what the Zahavian Signal is. The Zahavian
I was reading about it.
Yes. It's like a signal, basically. The simplest form is a signal where not everyone can give it off. So the easiest example that he put was an engagement ring. Because you know, an engagement ring, what you're supposed to do is like save up something like 13 weeks of your check. It's supposed to be more than half your year's salary is what you're supposed to spend on an engagement ring. That's why it's a Zahavian Signal, because not everybody's gonna get a girl an engagement ring for 75% of their salary for the year.
That's a fact. Okay, I like that. So you dropped in January of this year. What's your favorite song off the track, and what's the meaning behind it?
My favorite song, to me, might not even be the best song, but to me, my favorite song is Bruce, because that shit gets me so turned. I love that, and I want to perform that shit so bad. I love that song.
You going to one day. One day. So how did you decide what order the songs went in?
At first,
because they kind of flow.
Yeah, they do. See, at first it wasn't like that, so I had to redo that because this album took a minute to do because I was on the road. Probably some songs are older than others. Some songs are like 3 years older. Nobody knows. Like the song "Feeling Alive," I made when I was like a freshman in high school.
For real?
Yeah, so that song's old as hell. But like me and my boy Ray, we were just so far away from each other, so we just sending links back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. So whichever one I felt like would, I guess, embody me or how I feel at the time to drop as a full-length project, that's what I would do. So I did it. I listened to Good Kid, Mad City because his shit's like a story, and the same thing with Damn. So I listened to both of those albums, and I try to set up my track list like that to tell a story.
I like that.
With shit. So
kind of like Pierre, like his album too. I like that you don't notice when the song switches. Like you just listen to it. That's fine. So most of your songs are between 1 and 2 minutes. Like, is that intentional? You only have like a few that are more than 3. Is it intentional that they're shorter?
Yeah. So the thing is, I don't like. It's not that I don't like hooks. It's I don't like normal structured songs. Like I don't feel like somebody should have to follow hook, verse, bridge, hook, verse. Like that shit's retarded. I don't know who said that. Like I hate following regular song structures. So that's why in my new album I have a verse and the part and I say I put the hook where I want to. I shit on the beat. I'm responsible. Like cause I can rap the verse and the hook and put the hook where the verse should be. Like I just like doing shit like that because sometimes my mind hears shit differently.
Okay. Speaking of hearing stuff differently, you mentioned that you mixed a lot of the songs on your album with the exception of like 2 or 3. So how many hats do you wear? You're an artist? Do you engineer?
I don't really engineer for real.
You know, you just was doing it.
I did. What I mixed Feeling Alive. I mixed ANWE. I did mix a lot of songs on there. But Ray really mixed a lot of it because like after I sent him like the premixes, he would go back in and he would master and he would mix everything and like Ray made sure like everything sounded sonically good. Cause I remember when I touched down, I was listening to it, like, nah, that's not. We was at Earl's house and I was listening to it, I was like, nah. He's like, I already got you listening to it. All right, perfect. And then we just kept doing that shit.
Okay. So how many different hats do you? So you're just an artist, like you don't mix master engineer out of.
I can't do all that.
Okay. That's a lot. You just gotta focus on words.
Hell yeah.
So how have the reviews been on the album so far? It's almost been out a year.
I mean, people like it.
Yeah.
People love it. The main thing I get is that everybody said, I don't know, I just take it as a good thing. It was like, that shit is different. Like, I listened to it and I thought, like, it was just gonna be rapping and shit.
Yeah.
Like, I never heard nobody do that. Like, the song Feeling Alive, I get the most, like, compliments for it. Because it's like disco, and I love doing disco music.
It's like something I was shot to Forever 21 or something.
Hell yeah, that's the goal. Like, I'm trying to get niggas to hear my shit and like, in the elevator. And like, wait, what the fuck?
Who is this man?
Yeah, for real.
So, I gotta say the album did grow on me. Like, at first I listened to it one time through, I was like, okay, I like a few, 1 or 2. And then the ones I was like, hold on. And then the more you listen to it, it's like, it's kind of fire. You go crazy. So, can we expect to see another album in January, another single, another something, sometime?
Soon, for sure.
That's not an answer. Direct answer.
An album? I have an album done. It's called The Deuce Effect.
Oh.
Me and my boy Deuce, he makes beats. So all the songs are on his beats.
That's fine.
The only thing is, I want it to be perfect. So
when is it going to be perfect to you? Not January, I'm assuming.
Definitely not. But
can we get a single or something in January?
If Ray give me back the files, yeah.
Ray, give me back the files.
Because they have this one single that's fire, and I want to make a video to it in the strip club. My friend said that.
Can you give us a preview?
I have it on my phone.
Hey, exclusive. What the button they play? Drop that shit.
It's not even me shit either. It's like premix.
Revolution Verbal.
Everybody that listens to it said it's a banger, and I'm trying to drop a video to it in the strip club.
I think I suffered from multiple personalities.
Some parts of it in the strip club, like a couple parts. And one part I want to be in the office, and I have like a girl twerking in front of me. I'm gonna get like in a suit.
That was fine. I'm a businessman, but I still get lit. Don't play with me.
Exactly.
It's a little vibe for real. Okay. Pause it. Can't give him the full thing. Can't give him the pause, y'all. You're gonna have to wait until he drop it in. You have to buy it on iTunes. All right. So you describe yourself as an alternative rap artist with hella influences. You got anime, 50 Cent. You listen to UK artists. So how did you begin to develop and perfect your sound? If you think you perfected it.
I was just about to say my sound's not perfected for
Okay.
sure. I don't think I've put in 10,000 hours, but I don't think that's enough. Like some people say, put in 10,000 hours. Yeah, I just don't think that's enough. I think we always grow and we always learn.
Right.
But I'm from New York, so everything's a melting pot already. Like Flatbush, Jamaicans, Haitians, Vietnamese, Asians, everybody's there. So off rip, we're just not listening to one type of music or one type of sound. So everything, I guess I was just raised like that. So that's how my musical taste is.
Okay.
Just listen to everything.
So who's your biggest influence in general? Whether it's like an artist, mom, dad, just in general, who influences you?
My biggest influence was probably my older brother, Ralph. I just always wanted to be like him. I don't know.
I saw a couple pictures of you guys. You guys look like twins almost. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Chocolate and caramel version of each other. So what's been the toughest part about starting your career and like getting people to fuck with your music?
That's literally the hardest part. It's not even like getting people to fuck with my music, but getting people to genuinely be like, damn, this nigga Bob, I want to work with him. Like, cause the biggest thing for me is I want to work with everybody. I don't care if you're good at music or like objectively. I want to look at your music objectively and be like, hey, let's just work. Let's work. But niggas be having an ego.
Yeah.
And I be like, bro, none of us is little baby. Like, none of us is out there, bro. Like,
are you signed? Oh, I thought not. So
I'm saying, like.
So you seem very positive, but I know on your Instagram you have a hashtag Everyone's a Star. How did that start?
Facts. Okay, cool. Is this rapper?
Okay, cool.
Named J.I.D. Jitty Jit. He's like my favorite rapper right now. I found out about him in early 2018. I listened to his album and I was like, damn. Like, he just grew on me. He instantly became my top 5 list. And he has a song on there called Doo Wop. And then the song is the intro for The Never Story. And in that song, it's a song called Everyone's a Star. Every day is the move. And after I heard that, I was like, damn, he's right. Everyone is a star. Everyone really is. It's just some people don't find that in themselves.
Yeah.
And it takes people to tell them that they're a star. So I fucked with that message.
Oh, that's so positive and nice. Okay, so you got a very unique sense of style, as we can see. You pride yourself on having rare shirts. I was looking at your story. You got rare shirt, verbal. So describe your sense of style in 3 words.
3 words.
Yes, sir.
Words. Extravagant.
Okay.
I'm dead. Minimalistic. Happy. I'm a happy dresser. I like bright colors.
Happy dresser. Like, a lot of people can't pull that off. Like it matches. I like it. Okay. So you're always on the go. You mentioned that you weren't able to complete your first album because you were always on the road. Like, where was you going?
See, my job, the way it's set up.
Where you work?
I work for my friend's dad. So.
Doing what?
Construction.
Oh.
He looked at me.
I'm like, you don't tell me what the job is.
Like I was a drug mule. But like, yeah, we go everywhere. Like every different state. So I'm always. So that's why I feel like that shit is perfect. If niggas would just put their egos aside.
Yeah.
Because niggas could get fans in every single state. It'd be so easy.
That is actually true. So, how many states have you been to traveling like with construction?
If I went to a rough guesstimate in my head, I would say 12. Like without actually sitting here and taking time to think about it, I would just say 12.
Ooh, what do y'all build?
Like, say that across the street from us right there, if there was hella holes and cracks in it, like say, but before it had paint or anything on it, if there was holes and cracks in it, we'd have to go on the lift and we'd have to fix all the holes and all the cracks so the paint paint's over it and it would look like it never happened.
Wow, the building, man. Never. Okay, so I saw on your story you smoke hella. What is your favorite strand and what is your favorite form of roll up? Would it be paper and fonto, backwoods, smoking out the pipe?
Strand will be hard. My favorite tasting strand will probably be cherry pie, or I like Burner's gelato a lot. I like the taste of Burner's gelato. Burner's great for the weed game. It's crazy. But my favorite all-time strand would probably either be Black Diamond or Wedding Crashers. I love Wedding Crashers.
I tried Wedding Crashers one time.
It's amazing. Oh, Gushers too. I love Gushers. Gushers is fire.
That sounds. So favorite thing to roll up in?
My favorite thing to roll, I could roll anything, but I'm not too good at rolling joints like that. Them nigga Earl, them niggas be pearling joints. That shit.
You from New York? That's a disgrace.
I know.
Wow.
But I like Dutches. Those are my favorite things to smoke out of.
You said a Rello?
A Dutch. Yep, a vanilla Dutch. A Dutch master, not a Dutch, but a Dutch master. Green Dutch, vanilla Dutch.
I'm gonna let you have it because I fuck with you. But you should really love yourself a little bit more than to smoke Rillos.
I know, I smoke Rillos. They just joints, bro. They be killing me, bro.
But when you really learn how to do it, it's Beautiful. So, would you ever consider having your own strand, and what would it look, taste, smoke like?
I love gas. Like, so I definitely
can
want my
tell.
own strain. I want my own shop. See, the thing was, I was talking to my brother about this idea about opening up a dispensary. But the dispensary would only have certain strands at a time, at a season. We would do seasons.
Oh, seasonal weed.
Yeah, so you would only come to that dispensary if you're looking for that strand.
I like that. That's fine.
Yeah.
Save that. Put it in your back pocket because it's about to be legal soon today. So, you seem like a visionary. When I was watching your other interview, you were saying that you think Cobb has more talent than Atlanta because it is such a melting pot. You also said that you think now is the golden age of rap as opposed to the 90s. So, how do you think rap is gonna sound like, feel like, look like in the next 10 years? So in 2030, what is it gonna look like?
Okay, I'm so glad you said this too, because I've been getting a lot of flack from that. I have like a lot of old heads that are friends, and the reason I said that this is the golden age of rap and not the 90s was because you had Nas, Jay, Wu-Tang Clan on the West Coast. You had the West Coast rappers Too Short, and I don't even want to leave anybody out, but you had so many people that were either in this box or they were in this box. You didn't have anybody that were outside of those boxes, and you didn't have anybody that could build or bridge. Like before 808s and Heartbreak came out, niggas, the only people that was really using autotune was like T-Pain, like for real using it. Like there was always autotune, people using it in the background, but niggas wasn't like, damn, okay, I'm gonna make this whole song autotune. Like nobody was doing that. Now it's the golden age of rap because there's literally a genre of rap for anything you can think about. Like literally, and I said that and I didn't really like understand, but then I went on YouTube and I was just putting in random shit, electric rap, hard rock rap, and there's literally everything. So you cannot say this is not the golden age of rap. Like, it's impossible for you not to say that. But to answer your question, in what, 2030?
Paint us a visual. I want to see it.
I would say rap. I think now rap, because of VR, virtual reality, I feel like people aren't even gonna have to go to concerts all the time.
That would be fun.
But I feel like you're gonna be able to, just like they have it with basketball, courtside seats, you put on the virtual reality and you're sitting courtside. So you can see the game and you can see everyone around you, but you're in your living room. That's how I feel like people do that for concerts. And I feel like that should, and I can see that happening for sure.
Sold out in the living room.
Yeah, you could sell out so much more that way. You wouldn't even think you could have a million people at your show.
Nah, facts.
That's crazy. Yeah, it's wild.
I never thought about that. Okay, so is there anything that you want to add that I didn't ask that you want to tell the people before we go?
I want to say I'm not the one, right? When it comes to dissing and shit like that, because I'm gonna diss you back. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm gonna hurt your feelings. Like, I study battle rap. Like, Kendrick Lamar's one of my favorite rappers. Once he dropped that control verse, I seen it like, damn, he's looking at everybody as like his competition. And like, it's all friendly competition because it's rap, but he's looking at everybody as his competition. That's to say, ever since that day, I looked at rap that way. Like, I'm not gonna hold you. I don't think anybody's better than me. You can only be just as good as me. And even that, I don't even think. Like, I'm hella serious about my art. Like, so like, if you want to diss me, I welcome it. But I just hope it's far. That's all I'm saying. I just hope it's really far.
We appreciate you. Thank you so much for talking to us, Verbal, and we'll see y'all in another week.